I do have a story here about Buttigieg. Now, what is the one demographic that Buttigieg is really struggling to reach and get in this election? Anybody remember? What's that, Joe? African Americans. That's right, black people. Pete Buttigieg draws an overwhelmingly white crowd to an historic black Chicago neighborhood. That's not a good look. So he goes to an historic black neighborhood to try and get black support, and a bunch of white people show up. It's not good. Mayor Pete Buttigieg held a grassroots event on Tuesday for supporters in the historically black neighborhood of Bronzeville in Chicago, but drew very few black supporters, according to local media. The overwhelmingly white audience that he drew to the event in an historic black neighborhood reinforced the difficulty the Democratic presidential hopeful has had in connecting with African-American voters, according to the Chicago Tribune. Buttigieg hinted at the demographics of the room during his speech, urging his supporters to reach out to people who are different. Find the people who don't look like most of you in this room and let them know that they have a chance not just to support this campaign, but to shape it, he said. One resident interviewed by the Tribune suggested Buttigieg get more black staff to help him out. This is a good middle-class black neighborhood. I'm glad that he's here, the resident said, but he needs to get some brothers to help him out next time and get some more black support. I don't know what his staff demographics look like. I'm not really sure. Despite generating buzz among the white liberals, media reports continue to note that Buttigieg struggles earning support with black Democrats. Buttigieg continues to reach out to black voters attending a black church service on Sunday in South Carolina, speaking to the Black Church PAC Forum, and eating fried chicken with Al Sharpton, where he had to ask if it was okay if he ate with his fingers. Not looking good for him, folks. It's just it's not. He can't make that connection. He just can't. And like he's one of the stiffest, most boring white guys you're ever going to meet. You know it. I agree with Candace Owens. So black people tend to be really fun and energetic, and they like to have a good time. And does Pete Buttigieg scream good time to anybody? He just doesn't. He's boring, okay? That's why national media is looking at Pete Buttigieg, and the one word that they're using to describe him is boring. He's just boring. And that's fine. It's okay to be boring. I'm a relatively boring guy myself. It's fine to be boring. But holy smokes, this guy won't crack a joke anywhere. How many times have I had public events with this dude? I don't think I've ever heard him crack a joke. I don't think he could deliver one, to be perfectly honest with you. And that's okay. That's who he is. But if that's going to be an issue in connecting with voters and they can't see you as likable, his upbringing, which he couldn't help, that's just how you're born. You're born into that silver spoon sort of stuff. It's not his fault that he was born that way. That's going to be a turnoff. His relationship with the black community in South Bend, that's going to be a turnoff. It is right now. He's got all the cops that don't like him too. So who does he connect with? He connects with rich white liberals. And that can, did you just have a Freudian slip on white? Cause I said white, Joe, when you're answering a call. That's funny. That was funny. I wish you guys could have heard that. But, he connects with rich white liberals, and then he asks rich white liberals to go out into the community and start talking to people who aren't rich white liberals. I don't know how successful that would actually be. The suggestion of getting a more diverse campaign staff is probably the best idea that anybody has given his campaign to actually reach out to black voters. Bob, welcome to the program. Good afternoon.
Hey, Casey, thanks for having me. Huge fan, man.
Thank you. What's up?
Okay, so I'm just going to make it real quick. I've been harping on Mayor Pete about this chicken thing forever. If he has to ask Al Sharpton how to eat chicken, what's he going to do with Kim Jong-un and Vladimir Putin? That's all I got. Have a good one.
All right, buddy.
Here in Michiana, Casey.
All right, man. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Take care. That came up when this happened. You're a grown man. What is he, 36, 37 years old or something like that? You're a grown man. Eat chicken the way that you want to eat chicken. Okay? If you want to eat with your fingers, fine. If you want to be weird and use utensils, fine. Sorry, Roland. I know Roland's on the live stream today. If you just eat the chicken the way that why would you ever have to ask Al Sharpton for permission to do anything? And the answer is you don't. Al Sharpton is unworthy of the attention that he gets. Do you realize you have to pay, I think his fee is like $100,000 or something like that to even do one of those events. So if you're going to sit down with Al Sharpton and have Al Sharpton basically talk to you, you have to pay him an appearance fee. Okay, so because again, I try to tell people this. Al Sharpton does not believe most of the crap that he says. He is in it for the money, pure and simple. That is just who he is. There are a lot of people that I've run into over the years that just do what they do because of money, power, influence, fame, what have you. Al Sharpton found a niche. That's his niche. People foolishly give him money, and he has developed this reputation, if you will, where if you want to go ahead and try and connect with black voters, you have to go grovel to Al Sharpton. And while you grovel to Al Sharpton, you have to pay him, over $100,000 to do it. It's the most ridiculous and dishonest thing you can do, but people do it, especially if you're struggling to appeal to black voters like Buttigieg is. He's like, all right, I got to go talk to Al Sharpton now. If they just see me with Al Sharpton, everything will be fine. If they just see me sucking down a 40 on the streets of New York in front of a bunch of kids with a couple were both of them black? Hold on, I got to go check my Facebook page because I made a funny cover image of it. I know that one of the guys was black. I don't know about the other one. Oh, I took it down. I changed it to the Rashida Tlaib meme. All right, I'll look at it. Anyway, he's in New York. At least one of the hosts is black, and he's sucking down a 40 in front of kids playing on a playground in the streets of New York, for crying out loud. If you have to do that to try and appeal to black voters, you think they're not going to see through that? I mean, they're not stupid. Maybe he thinks they are. I don't know. Maybe he thinks they are stupid, and that's why he does these dumb things to try and reach out to them. But it doesn't look good when you show up at an historically black neighborhood and virtually no black people show up. That looks very, very bad to somebody who's already struggling to connect with black people in his campaign anyway. So he's not doing well. Like I said, he's in single digits in literally every poll that has been conducted. He's not doing well at all. But he qualifies for the debate, so he'll stay in this thing so long as he has money coming in and so long as rich white liberals tell him that he could be a running mate. So that's where we're at. Anyway, we'll take some phone calls on this and move on. Coming up, News Talk 95.3, Michiana's news channel.